Hey guys, welcome back. It's actually our first morning podcast. We actually have some coffee, not liquor. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I think he has a little bit of whiskey in his coffee, or maybe not. Or
different switch up. Let us know if y'all like this better, more calm.
No, we won't be drinking, so
yeah, no, right.
Probably a little bit less arguments. Nah, just kidding.
Oh no.
We're about to find out.
But how we always start off by asking Martin how he's doing. How you doing, Martin?
Today I'm kind of angry. Nah, I'm kidding. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good, chilling.
Good. Yeah, we have a good guy
or
here,
not.
Man. What happened?
I'm like, hey, Yair, how about you? How are you?
No, but we always go Martin, guest, Yair, and then
I fucked up already.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna restart this bitch.
Nah, hell no.
All right, we're not restarting. You're seeing the bloopers. But Osvaldo, bro, thank you so much for being here this morning, man. Really excited to have you on. Like I mentioned to you, I did a little bit of research on you. I think what you're doing is really fucking cool, man. Really visionary and like really next level shit. So. Happy you're here, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing amazing. It's just, it's a blessing, to be invited into something I've never been at. Like I've told you before, I've watched those videos and that's different being in it now. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's a blessing. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And Yair, how you doing, my brother? Wrap us up with a good morning.
I'm good, bro. I feel the energy like you mentioned. It's 8 a.m., bro. We're about to kill it.
Yes, sir.
Twist his mic like a little bit forward, just because like the front of the mic is actually the side of it, like
right.
Yeah.
Twist it.
No. Just put it.
You good.
Like there you go.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you good, brother. You good.
Or turn his gain up a little bit because it's like really low.
Yeah, no worries, man.
That's good.
Yeah. Cool, All right, so. Osvaldo, dude, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Tell us about what you're doing. I know you're associated with Blue Vision, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, man, just go ahead. This is your floor. It's about you.
So it's basically I'm the CEO and owner of Blue Vision, and how I basically started. I used to work at T-Mobile for 8 years, being a manager. Mm-hmm. So I loved my job, sales job, and everything, but I just had this thought in me, and like I have invested 7 years in a company, but I have not invested 7 years in myself. What have I done for myself? Okay. So that's whenever I woke up. And I was like, you know what? It's time to start something. So I started affiliating with companies and learning. I would always take my backpack and read books. Like I would put my homework aside because I used to go to college back then. And after that, by reading, I got knowledge about how the Forex and the financial markets work. And you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me take a step into it. I got the opportunity to join a company, being affiliated and empower people. And it was the same thing. I was like, I was enjoying it. I was doing I love doing what I'm doing. But it's the same thing. I'm investing into a company, but not investing in myself. So I started... I created Blue Vision, and the name came because in Forex, whenever you're in profit, it's blue.
Yep.
And the vision is everybody has one goal. They want to have freedom. But they just want it, but they don't want to work towards it, you know?
Of course.
So I'm just here, and I found a great team, which is a shout-out to Tony Estrella, Josh, Tyler, and Lim. They've been huge help to actually build Blue Vision, and it's the same vision everybody has, want to be free. So Blue Vision. And before I started my services, I got hit with COVID.
Oh
really?
Yeah. This was back in June. Yeah, so I'm negative. I'm good. It was a disaster. I felt like I was gonna die, honestly.
Really?
It was bad. It was
like
bad.
You were one of the ones that were effective, like really, really drastically.
Yeah, very bad. Like I literally started before that I started learning about credit, right? Okay. So about credit and everything, I got associated with this person, and they laid out this is after I quit. So they laid out a plan for me saying, hey, well, would you like to be the owner of a smoothie shop inside LA Fitness? And I'm like, yo, what the heck? Like, I just quit my job. This is just like landing on me. And I was like, okay, but why? What do y'all want to do? What's y'all's plan? And literally they wanted to basically get out of LA Fitness and have storefronts. I'm like, okay, I see it. Okay, I can see it happening. So they wrote a contract for me and everything. And basically they wanted my credit because I had 816 and I had
Wow, dude,
Great
that
credit.
is an accomplishment, brother.
I had
There's
great
nothing
credit,
right.
I have great credit and everything, and I was like, okay, so what's in it for me? Like I'm open minded, but what's in it for me? Like I'm down for anything as long as it makes sense.
Right.
So they said, okay, we need $1 million in funding. I was like, okay, I've never seen that kind of money, but that's fine. And I agreed. And by me agreeing to that, I get 20% of the $1 million. And how I got motivated, he literally said, don't you want to build a house? I'm like, yeah, I could pay it cash right there. I was like, bet, perfect. So we started hitting up banks and everything, and then this whole COVID stuff started. So it was kind of, like for me, I was taking it as a sign, like, I think back out. You gotta back out.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to back out, and then I get hit with COVID, and it turned out to be while I had COVID, and I was struggling, coughing bad, back pain. I couldn't even move my bed. Like if I would move, I would cry because it was that bad.
Wow.
So, and I was still doing that affiliation with the whole Forex, empowering people, but I was getting tired of it because nobody would join, like everybody wants it so easy, so simple. Like they wanted me to do everything. And of course my business partner, Lim, that's how I met her. And,
so is this through the IM Academy?
IM Academy.
Okay.
Yeah. So with IM Academy, it's like, it's okay. I learned Forex through them, and like a person actually showed me, how to trade in these markets better. It took me literally 5 years to actually learn the way I trade, and it's super simple. Now it's like my turn to empower many. But as I was in IM Academy, a lot of drama happened. It's like they want to basically...
Can you, I'm sorry to interrupt, like, can you let our listeners know, like, what is IM Academy? Because there's a lot of people that probably don't even know what it is.
Yeah, for sure. So IM Academy is basically... it's an academy for you to learn how to invest into these financial markets. Nothing wrong with the company or anything, but it's the way they promote it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of people saying, hey, you ever want to quit your job? I have people making like $80,000 or whatever. And why are you going to like throw out money like that? Don't get me wrong, in these financial markets, you can make money like that, but it's not from one night you'll make money. No, It takes consistency, effort, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And many of these people don't even know how to trade. Like that's why they leverage other people. Oh, my mentor this. Oh, my mentor. No, like, so I started like opening my mind more, and that's whenever I wanted to start my own stuff with Blue Vision. And since I'm not a financial advisor or anything, so past performance is not guaranteed future results. So my bad.
No, you're good.
So whenever I got branched out, this whole stuff with the COVID stuff happened, and then my credit falls to 588.
What the fuck?
Yeah, from 816 to 588.
Did someone like do some like fraudulent shit on you, or what?
Well, the same people that with the whole business owners, they opened up credit card accounts under my name, business accounts. Yeah.
Wow,
so
that's illegal.
Right? Very.
Yeah.
So my limits with Chase, it was 29,000, and they used 24,000 off of that.
Right away too.
Right away.
Oh,
they
that shit
like
shot
just
you down.
it's not even business stuff. They were just personal stuff, and I'm like, how are you gonna involve a business with personal stuff if you can't pay your own rent? Then are you really? You know? So I'm not calling anybody out, but it's just straight facts. And then I hit up the guy. I was like, hey, so what's it going to happen? You said that business. I don't know. At the time, I didn't know anything about business credit. So he told me, he's like, no, I don't know why it's reporting to your personal. We'll take a look at it. I'm like, okay, take the shit off because that's not the agreement. And he couldn't. Literally, they said no. We couldn't dispute it or anything. And he told me it's fraud, so file a police report. And I was like, what? Okay. Why? And he was the one that applied and everything. He's telling me to do this. And I'm like, okay, so you're telling me to do something that you did. I don't get it.
Telling me to call the cops on you.
Yeah, literally. So I didn't do it. I was afraid. Of course, I'm human. So I basically I started listening to podcasts, and that's how I met this guy, Rondi. and very successful guy, honestly. So I sent him a message and I told him my story, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you teamed up with a partner of mine inside my one of my employees." And I was on the phone with them, but I didn't really get a response. So I went straight to him, and I kept bugging him. He's like, "Just file a police report. That's fraud." And I'm like, "Okay, I feel more calm."
Yeah.
So I filed a police report. Now it's off my credit. So
Good.
yeah, it's good. It didn't go back to 816 how I wanted it, but it went up to like 740, 750 around there. Then this happened just like 3 weeks ago. I have another business account through that company, and the limit was like 10,000. They owed like 6,000 of it, and the guy just disappeared on me. The guy just disappeared, left me, and I called American Express. So that's not mine, honestly. I mean, I don't even have a business. I'm not the owner anymore. But it was tough because I was dealing with COVID, and I didn't care about. I lost actually $9,000 in the markets because I didn't give a damn about my money. I was like, health is wealth. Let me take care of my health, and that's how it happened. That I literally hit rock bottom, and whenever that happened, I went back to a job. So I'm still employed at T-Mobile, but just as a rep. I went to the corporate side. Just because I'm human, I got, fear of everything. And I didn't work for 6 months either way because of this whole COVID. My dad actually almost got a heart attack in, I want to say April. No, May. It was May. My bad. It was May. And I was like, you know what? I can go back to work on June 1st. I got hit with COVID.
Damn.
Yeah, so I didn't go to work till like August, and the T-Mobile stores were closed till May. So, I haven't really been working, just been focusing on my business, which we've grown a lot, but it's consistency. It's like back to like if I was a manager, but even worse because you're the owner, you're the CEO, like you get a lot of emails saying, "Hey, well, what is this? What is that?" Well, I explain everything and people are confused, so I completely get it because 1 out of 100 people, they don't know about financial literacy. It's 1%. That 1% don't know about, they do know about money. The other 99 don't. And it's really hard to relate the message because of the companies, how they're the IM Academy. Oh, Forex is a scam. Well, they don't know what Forex is. It's a foreign exchange. They are just the company that provide the tools for you to learn. That's all. But Forex is definitely not a scam. It's basically, we do it every day. So let's say you go to Mexico, right? And what do you have to exchange?
Dollars for pesos.
Dollars for pesos, right? So let's say the dollar is down at the time. So it's perfect time to buy. So that's whenever let's say you're traveling and you convert your dollars to pesos and you get a bigger return because the dollar is weak. Mm-hmm. So whenever you come back, don't spend your pesos or anything like that. You come back and you return them over here. The dollar gains its strength, and you basically convert it back to dollars, and you made an extra profit because the dollar is stronger, and you're selling pesos. So that's basically what we do, but from our mobile phones.
Gotcha.
That's it. That's how we do it. But yeah, definitely. Whenever this whole COVID stuff, I lost like 50 grand.
50 grand in the market.
No. 50 grand with the whole fraudulent stuff and everything. And like I lost, friendships, not even friendships because that's bad,
Right. And how'd you come across these people? Like you met them through associates, or how did that happen?
This person knows about credit, and the other person that I met was through IM Academy. So he put me on with this guy, and they're really great friends. And one knows about Forex, and then the other one knows about credit. And like I'm just behind the scenes, and then the guy from Forex would talk kind of like crap about this guy, but they were still cool. And then once I get to meet this guy would literally talk some crap about that other guy, and I was just like, okay,
that should tell you a lot about somebody, man.
Yeah, so a lot. I'm very observative, but of course I was feeling pressured into me building a house. So I was like, you know what, 20%, let's get it. From $1 million, yeah, definitely, let's do it. So that got me, and lesson learned, honestly. I don't regret anything because I'm not going to have that mindset, well, what if I had become that business owner? What if? I'm not really here to, I'm here to enjoy my life, So I'm not here to, find regrets or anything or, man, what if I would have done that? No, do it. and see the outcome for yourself, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
So how did you get the idea for Blue Vision and how did you get the idea for Blue Vision and like what makes you want to start a business, like, because this business just started this year, right?
Yeah, this business, well, I registered the business it's actually 1 year. Blue Vision turned a year this month, so definitely. But I didn't put it to work till June whenever I got hit with COVID.
Oh, okay.
My credit went to crap and everything, and my friend Lim, my business partner, she's like, hey, there's a lot of people asking me about your services. When are we going to start? I'm like, Lim.
And what are your services? Like
my services is basically telling people, we send out trading ideas. Hey, we're buying Apple, or hey, we're selling Euro USD, which is Forex. Yeah. It's just Forex and stocks, and we have both packages as well. And we started with $35 a month. We empowered many people, and it's amazing because those people that are in our members, like, we have screenshots that they literally said, hey, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And to now making their own trades and making money, withdrawing money. I'm like, that's amazing. We're in a pandemic and they're making money. Yeah. That's fucking badass.
Especially because, like, the markets didn't, like, really crash how people expected them to crash. I feel like, because at the beginning of this whole pandemic, like, I feel like the stock market did go down a little bit.
Well, it did crash pretty hard.
Yeah, it did crash pretty hard.
It crashed.
Well, some companies, like, crashed.
But overall, the market, would you say?
Overall, the market did take a dip. And I missed it. I missed it.
I know, man. Tesla on March 21st was like $100 or $80 something or something like that. Yeah. I forgot I was looking at it. It was like right after my birthday, and I had just had some money, and I was like, I should put some money into Tesla. Even when I was graduating college, I was like, I should put some money in here because I see the vision. And now it's like at $600 or something like that.
It's crazy because nobody believes in Elon Musk, and look what he's doing.
I know,
crazy.
It's crazy.
But
so your services like basically offer like if let me know if I'm getting it wrong.
Yeah.
You'll basically tell people what they should invest in. But it's not usually because a lot of people, whenever they hear about the stock market, they always think Amazon, Apple, Tesla, like all the big dogs, right? But they don't know about like little companies that are just starting off that like might have a big future. Do you guys are you guys doing the research like?
We do our research. Well, everybody trades differently. But I do my research on Sundays, and I start breaking down charts because market opens on Monday, and we have we moved to Discord just because it's more organized.
Yeah.
So we have a specific chat that literally we flood in with news. Hey, this is gonna happen. This is. It's not like insider news or anything because I mean that's legal. But it's like stuff we find the tools that we use, which is Market Watch and Bar Chart, all these financial websites that tell you news and everything. And that's all we have to do is just copy link and paste it there, and people are like, oh my god, like I didn't know about that. So now they start looking about that company. So it's about doing their own research as well. That way they can learn with us, you know. So it's basically we do send trading ideas, what we personally take. So yeah, and we also host Zoom every other week. That way people can actually learn how we trade.
Yeah,
and the psychology of it. Tony's really great at explaining the psychology of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I want to have Tony on. I've had, I don't know if he told you about, I've talked with Tony a couple of times. That guy has a really good mindset.
Nice.
For sure.
So that guy definitely is under 25, and he has never worked a job, and his vision is amazing. Very humble guy, and all my team is very humble. So that's what I appreciate from them, because like if you have this mindset of like I want to make money, then you're always gonna have problems making money. But if you find a passion for what you're doing, money will always follow.
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
100%, dude.
So
that's freaking awesome.
I'm sorry, I'm still very intrigued in your company that you started. Like, so are you guys charging like what do you guys charge? Like, do you guys charge like an entrance fee, or do you guys charge like a percentage of their stocks, or how does?
No, so we don't trade their money or anything. We're just charging a service for what we know. And we don't predict the markets. We're not, I guess, like I said, we're not financial advisors or anything. So they take our trading ideas, and it's up to them to make their own research. And we always tell them, risk 1% of your account. Do not go. That way, if people say, no, we're losing a lot of money, well, that's you, because if you have $500, why would you risk your full $500, right? So only risk 1% of your account, and max 3 to 5%. And that's how we're getting them into like that mentality on like, let's get away from thinking of, hey, I'm gonna make like $200 in one night. the way I describe it to my team is like, hey, let's say you make $80 in a day. You literally just did a 4-hour shift at $10 an hour by doing nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
Just investing in. That's it. So that's the mindset I want everybody to have in these markets, and it's amazing because people they went from, bro, what's options trading? Hey, what's Euro USD and this and that to now making their own trades, and it is just a blessing to see.
No, yeah.
Do you also trade options?
Especially whenever you're helping people like come up, like they're brand new.
Yeah,
Right.
and now it's like keep going forward.
Yeah.
So now that we moved into Discord, we have like bots that tell you, hey, if you want to look up a chart, just send a command. And
nice.
The robot will send you the chart. Hey, this is where Tesla's at.
That's dope.
And then news as well, and then what's popping right now, what's not popping. So we've investing a lot of money in just to provide better value. So
Nice.
that's I always ask myself, what separates me from them? Because there's a lot of competition everywhere. You know?
Sure.
So I always gotta ask myself, what separates you, well, me, from other people that are doing this? Well, to be honest, I focus on customer service. So since I come from management, I know I love dealing with people.
Yep.
So I like to understand. I have so much patience, and that's what stands out. Like, you have a question, I'm there. Email me, I'm there. Yeah, even text messages, I'm there. And even Lim, she's like, man, I just woke up and you already replying to like 5-10 emails. I'm like, hey, I'm just like that.
Gotta
I'm like
work,
that.
yeah.
That's good, man. That's a blessing.
And then
to have that
also,
mindset.
so for your customers that want to like go into your company and get those advices or the stocks that you advise through Discord or whatever, how much knowledge of the stock market do they have to have? Like zero, a little bit, some, or they have to like be kind of like more of an expert to get in, or what do you think?
Well, that is kind of stressing at the first part. We usually want people to have some type of knowledge, but if you don't have no knowledge at all, like, don't hesitate. If you send me a message, I'm here to answer any questions. And you don't have to have, you can even start with $50.
Okay.
You can start with $50 in the markets, and you're not going to have $5,000 by overnight with $50,
Obviously,
but
yeah.
it's just to get your feet wet. Just to get your feet wet, but you don't have to have experience or anything, honestly.
And then another big question that I have, where does someone that doesn't know anything about stock markets, what platform do you recommend for them to start like opening up an account to start actually trading stocks? Because a lot of people don't know like where to even go to, like where do you even trade stocks?
Yeah, so Robinhood is one of them. I'm a simple guy, and I like simple ways, so Robinhood is very simple, simple, user friendly.
So Robinhood, definitely, that's a really good option for Robinhood to really get started.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question. Do you also trade options?
We do options trading. We do comments trading. We do also have Forex, the foreign exchange. So yeah, definitely.
Gotcha. So you really diversify yourself.
Yes, and that's another thing that separates us from them, because they just want to do just Forex, or some of them just want to do stocks. We do both. We have a combination of both, and we offer services for either or, which is $64.99 for each chat or $99.99 for both.
Gotcha.
And we are running a Christmas sale going on that both chats will be $64.99 for both chats. So
okay, so they pay like a one-time fee, and
a one-time fee for that's the entrance, but that's a monthly fee, recurring charge of $64.99
to stay on the chat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's awesome, man. And how do you think about scaling this? Like in terms, like right now, would you say you're in the infancy stage, correct, of the business?
So whenever we started, we were thinking about doing advertisement, and all of our members, I think we have total over 217 members, and this is just word of mouth.
Gotcha.
No advertising yet. We're digging into the advertisement, and my boy Josh, we just incorporated fixing credit for repair services. We do free analysis and everything. We have a whole system going on. It's a blessing. And then soon we're gonna be digging into like real estate. So Blue Vision, it's not just forex stocks. No, it's we want to diversify ourselves and expand. That's my vision, and just empower many into these financial markets and how life really works and how money really is. Mm-hmm. So I am planning on getting my financial advisor license so I can definitely educate people and be my own broker.
Yeah, and that's really and if you don't want to talk about it, just tell me don't. But that's the only thing that like my red flag, not my red flag, but my light bulb goes up, because I was licensed in 6 and 63 and I took those tests. So like, how do y'all go about that? Because like, have you looked into like FINRA and SEC and the regulations with like giving people advice?
Yes, that's why we never like give advice. Mm-hmm. We say, hey, invest in this. No, this is my trading idea. You want to take it? You want to take it?
That's it. Yeah.
So there's ways around it to not get in trouble. And also, if you're telling them, hey, 1% risk, and they want to risk their whole 100%, and then they're trying to sue us, they're probably going to be like, hey, well, they're saying 1%, you risk your whole account, Right. So, but it's like our losses are so minimal. Like, we don't really go out and buy whole Google, which is like almost at 2,000 or something. No, we don't. We focus on Snapchat, Coca-Cola. That way people can get their feet wet. And their options trading is probably like $30 every contract. And you make a % of that, then, hey, it's all your money. Like, we don't keep any of it all.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just really like, with your services, you're mostly, if anything, charging for the knowledge, right? Or
correct. It's for our time and knowledge, because honestly, and we also do giveaways. So every month we have a $100 giveaway, which we have to do our giveaway soon. $100 giveaway, and it's basically choose your own stock. Like I feel like if it's your money, feelings are attached, right? So this is completely $100 invested in. Make your own research and everything. Tell us what you want to do. If it's $100 on a stock, you want to put all your $100. Hey, by all means, go for it. It's free money. Literally, we're giving it back, and we also do giveaways, which is another $100, and it's just a gift card or cash or whichever. And people are grateful for that because they get their money back from whenever they joined. And sometimes if they've been with us since June, whenever we started, I throw another $30 or $50, so it'd be $150 on that, which is pretty cool. And we're also doing we're gonna do a huge giveaway. We're just waiting for this whole COVID stuff to disappear. Hopefully soon.
Right.
Which is a whole trip. So we have traveling hacks and everything. That's where Lim comes in, where we are also going to empower people on how travel for free, how to leverage and being able to travel for free using basically reward points, credit cards, and everything. You see, everybody is afraid of credit cards.
Yeah.
I'm not. I use my credit cards for everything, even my bills and everything. If I got the money, why not use the credit card and just transfer the money and get my reward points, right? And there's also loopholes around how to travel for free using credit cards and everything, which Lim is preparing content for that, so we will have that as well, traveling hacks.
That would be also included in the chats or whatever?
Yeah, so basically for those that joined both chats, we haven't discussed pricing yet, but we're thinking of giving it away for our members that choose both packages that comes with it. And if you need like a credit repair in order to do this, focus on building your credit. Credit is important. Credit is
extremely important in the U.S.
Credit
is power. Cash is king.
In China, you get a speeding ticket, it hurts your credit. We're blessed to not have that in here, but it's just back to the whole
China. We always bring it up.
Russia.
Man, fuck China.
Awesome,
I'm kidding.
No, dude, that's dope, man. So what really from the get go, like what kindled this like idea of like I want to trade, like let's go back some time, right? Like when did you really like say this could be an option for me? This is a lifestyle I want.
So I was closed-minded. I was closed-minded on it. I was used to that paycheck, and I like that job that I had. They brainwash you, telling you that you're not gonna find nothing else better. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I found something better. So I would take this. Brings back on taking my backpack and books and everything, and I wanted to do real estate. So I opened my mind real estate, but I didn't have the time because whenever you do wholesaling, it's basically you're driving for dollars. At the age of 19, 20 years old, You don't have even to now, you need large capital in order to be a full investor of buying and flipping. Now that I know how credit works, and now I'm moving into the business credit on how you can leverage their credit, other people's money, so you can basically invest. Man, I'm all in now. I want real estate. That's next, but that's what drives me to. I seen people basically flipping houses without money, and I was like, I want to learn how. So I learned how wholesaling works, and that's how they did it. But it's just a lot of driving. You're not investing no money. If anything, you're just investing $100 to take it off the market. That's it. But aside from that, it's just a lot of time invested into it and gas because you're driving around.
Yeah.
I actually been driving to Beaumont whenever I first started, and back and forth. And my homie actually does that. He ended up finding a couple of deals actually, and he pursued that. I gave up on it just because I felt like.
Huh? Is that what you're referring to? You give up on the wholesaling?
Yeah, so
okay.
I gave up on real estate. Well, not really gave up. I just found another path, which is Forex. And because why?
More like on the back burner. Right?
Yeah, why? Because, I mean, I was pursuing getting promoted at T-Mobile at the time. And I needed something to have my money working. Because if it's in your savings account, what's it going to do for you?
You're going to get 0.03% interest.
If anything, just 0.01, just depending on the bank.
Right.
But, yeah, so I started learning about these markets and everything, and then I took a lot of losses. So, and what opened my mind more was Tony. Tony and my boy Gabriel. Gabriel's actually our data analyst. So basically, he gets the report out every Friday and checks our growth. You know, we're transparent. If we take losses, we're not going to be here and like, oh, yeah, no, we always win. No, we don't always win. We take losses on the markets. We're not... We don't predict the markets, you know?
Yeah.
So he's there for us, and literally he opens my eyes. I'm like, damn, dude, I just took a whole loss this week. Let me go ahead and, step back a bit. And I keep track of my own losses too. So by midweek, if I have 2-3 losses, I'm like, all right, time to go back and review what went wrong so I can explain it on my Zoom. So I can explain my losses, so I can help others understand the reason behind why I took the trade and the reason behind I lost the trade. So that's the whole thing. But Tony and Gabriel, they went to my house back in, I think, 2015. And they told me, hey, there's this company that you can actually Bitcoin mining. And at the time, I didn't know anything about Bitcoin or anything. I was closed-minded. I was like, man, fucking scam. Right. It's a scam. I don't believe in this, but I didn't tell him. I didn't want to be rude, So, and I just saw Tony just relax, just looking at me. I guess he was just trying to read me, the kind of person I was. But I was just closed-minded. Like, I was closed-minded. And I ended up just saying yes so they can leave. So I ended up saying yes and everything, and I invested with $500, and those $500 got turned like into $5,000, $6,000. I'm like, yo, is this possible?
This is real.
This is real. Like, I literally, like, I think at the time I was like 19, 20 years old, and I was like,
whoa, you're like 24, 25 right now?
Right, I'm 20, no, I'm 26. Damn. I don't keep track of my age.
I'm about to turn 26 as well.
26, nice. We're 26 years young.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I kept texting Tony, like, Tony, is this real? He's like, yeah, bro, this is real. And they got shut down by the government.
Really?
The company gets shut down by the government because they were promoting it wrong. And I'm like, damn.
So did you lose your 6Gs?
Yeah, I lost everything. That company owes me money. And I got my dad into it.
Damn.
And whenever you get a family member, especially your dad.
Oh, man.
I got it.
Yeah.
And why? Why did you make me? I'm like, hey, that's your money. You said you wanted to do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, well, things like Bitcoin would you consider that very high risk?
Yes, because you don't know what the fuck is going to happen with Bitcoin.
Yeah, I would consider Bitcoin
it's high risk, especially if you're a new investor. Don't go automatically go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's already, I feel like Bitcoin is the future, but I feel like it's too late to really buy a whole Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, what is it right now? It's like 60.
I haven't really tracked it.
Yeah, I have it right here, actually.
Cool, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
And the beauty about, I do trade it, but not like through like Coinbase or anything. It's through Forex, which is cheaper. So if you want to get into Bitcoin and everything, you can have $100 and actually trade it and make 20, 30, 40 bucks there.
And so when did you get into the IM Academy? I want to talk about that as well.
It's 18,000 for one Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
18,000, yeah. 18,000.
It had gone down like last year or in 2019. It went down to like 9 or 10, I think.
Yeah.
But because I remember when one of my good friends graduated in college, I remember that was all we were talking about. It was when it had first spiked to like 16. It went back down, and I think the pandemic, it kind of shot it back up.
At the beginning of the year, it was $6,000. It has 3x right now.
Yeah, 3x. It's
crazy.
No, that's awesome, dude. But I wanted to ask you right about your IM Academy, because the reason why I see that, man, is because I never hate on nobody's the way they get their money and success. There's so many different ways, but no, of course I've been approached by it as well, but I see it through like my third eye, bro. That shit's been open for a while. So
nice.
Yeah, like I like the way they promote it. You can't promote like quitting your job and living this lifestyle of making it quick. You know what I'm saying? Because money doesn't come quick, and especially wealth will never come quick, because it's two different things. So what was your experience with that, man? What'd you see, or like how did that go about for you?
I enjoyed their live meetings. Like, they're so full of energy. And
Right.
I love energy. I mean, I already told you since the get-go. Like, I feel the energy. I love it. If I love it, like, man, I'm loving it. So they inspire you. Don't get me wrong. They get you to think differently. So I appreciate that. But whenever you join, and some people don't want to promote it, some people just want to learn how to trade. They call you out on it. They're like, why don't you want to promote? I mean, you're already doing it, might as well. And I'm like, yeah, but some people don't want to basically build. They just want to learn. That was me at the time. I just wanted to learn. And I joined back in 2016. And
So that was kind of early, because I feel like it wasn't really as big as it is now.
Yeah, it's bigger now. But if I would have kept going from 2016 to now, I probably would have hit their ranks chairman and stuff, just because back then I feel like it was more easier and it was still kind of new, Now
I feel like now it's saturated.
Now it's saturated. I feel like everybody sees it as it's a scam, pyramid scheme. It's not really a pyramid scheme, because you can make money just by empowering others, just the way you want to perceive things, If you think it's a pyramid scheme, that's because you just want to recruit.
Exactly. And that's what I see is like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
They're promoting recruiting. They're promoting a get rich lifestyle, but at the same time, it's like you could go in there and learn and like get a whole bunch of knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so for me it took me a whole year to learn about these markets and everything, and then I thought I learned it, and I started. I hit my boy Josh, which is now my business partner. He was in it as well at the time, and he's the one that helped me set up my broker account. And it's crazy how the universe works now that we're business partners. Same with Tony. I was like, man, I honestly thought I was never going to talk to Tony, and now it's just badass how we're there. And so he helped me set up my account, my trading account, and Greed got the best out of me. I would be up like $200 like in 2 hours, and then I was like, man, it's going to get to like 300. And then it gets to 300. I'm like, you know what? I can see it going to 500. Boom. Lose my money. Like that. That quick. So trading involves, you know how they said to lose weight or the gym works, it's like 20% in the gym and 80% is in the kitchen.
Oh, well, for sure, dog.
Yeah. So it's the same with trading. Basically, you only need like 20% skill, and the rest is psychology. The rest is psychology, and Tony is really good at explaining how it works. He's amazing explaining on the reason behind why the markets act the way they react. It's crazy. But that's how it is with Forex or just investing in general. It's 20% skill, and I was overthinking it. I lost like 20 grand. I lost 20 grand, and in 2019 I broke even, and I became profitable, and that's whenever I said, vámonos.
This bitch.
Vámonos del trabajo, and yeah.
So when you saying vámonos from Forex or from
No,
T-Mobile?
from T-Mobile. T-Mobile, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from T-Mobile.
And right now you're just employed with your company?
Well, no. I'm employed at T-Mobile as well. Like I went back to part-time.
Okay.
Part-time or full-time, I don't even know. I don't even know how many hours I work. One thing about me, I don't keep track of time.
Gotcha.
I feel like time is just an illusion.
It's a social construct.
Yeah. I feel like just we all have the same 24 hours. Just decide what you do with it. Like I can wake up at 5 in the morning. You wake up at 8. That's fine. That's you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I just rather start early. That way, get shit done. You know. So that's just an example.
Yeah, man. I feel like a part of being successful and whatever success is for you as an individual, you have to fall in love with the morning.
Yo, and actually being an entrepreneur, it's really it's not easy. It's not easy. So back then, I mean, I had that mindset that I want to be free. I don't want to work for anybody. And okay, that's fine. But what are you gonna do? You know, what's your plan? I didn't have a plan, so I couldn't do anything. And that's the thing with everybody. Like everybody wants change, but they're afraid of it, and they don't know how to perceive change. So yeah, and then we all go through shit as well. You know, like it's life. We all go through shit, and if life was perfect, it would be boring, in my opinion. Super boring.
Yeah. And you got to find things that constantly challenge you.
Yeah. And you got to stay motivated. You got to be self-motivated individual in order to pursue entrepreneurship, because it's just you. Like you're your own self. You're your own, like from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to bed, you have to be active and you have to be on top of things. So I feel like I'm working more than when I was working as a manager. And I appreciate my fiance now. I appreciate her because, man, there's times that I don't, it's like late nights, early mornings. And sometimes like I get it. She wants, attention, and I want to give her the attention, but I'm working for her future, and she understands that. And I love that about her. Like I really do. Like I love that about her. She's very understanding. She's very supportive. Aside from my mom being supportive, she's the next person that she's very supportive as well. And yeah.
But
awesome,
but that's like a big difference. I feel like as well, like whenever you have your own, like kind of like what are you for you? Like you have your own company. That's something that you love, that you like to work in. It's different. I feel like investing time into that because you're actually like kind of having fun. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah. So like I don't keep track of time, and then like I'm having so much fun. And
exactly.
And it's all through my phone. Like, hey, buy this. Hey, we have this going on. This and that. And news. Oracle just moved to Texas and stuff. Stuff like that. And I find that amazing. And it's just like, oh, I'm gonna send this to the team. The team's gonna love this shit. And yeah, you find a passion. That's why I'm telling everybody. Find a passion for what you do, Find a passion for what you do. That way, you're not going to struggle later on saying, man, you know what? I regret doing this.
Yeah.
So finding a passion for what you want to do, it's definitely something that you can achieve being as an entrepreneur because you're enjoying it, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just awesome, dude, that you have that mentality, man, and the vision where you're going. And what I think is so cool is how like you have like seen something you're good at, you're passionate about, and you're still challenging yourself to keep growing and like diversifying yourself. I believe in you, bro. Like even just 45 minutes we've been speaking, man. It's awesome that you have this foundation, you know what I'm saying? Because like we are honestly relatively so young.
Yeah,
that you already found this at this age. It's a blessing, brother.
And even whenever I do have that mindset that, man, I'm young. I'm glad I found something that I'm passionate about and I want to pursue it full time. But how can I explain this? Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know how to like.
Yeah. So I had a question. Like a lot of like I feel like in our culture, a lot of like Mexicans, they're always like really afraid to lose money, right? I feel like. How did you break out of that mentality of being like, you know what? I think I'm gonna invest this $500. I might lose them. I might not. Or like, what was your big kind of like first big deal that you were like, oh man, I don't know if I should do this, but I'm gonna try it. Or
well, that was my very first time whenever I met Tony.
Okay.
I'm like $5,000-$6,000, and I'm like, yo, what the, you know, like you can definitely make money in these markets, and Bitcoin's not even traceable by the government. How the fuck is this possible?
Yeah.
So, that's what opened my mind into wanting and lost my fear. So I'm always thanking Gabriel because Gabriel he literally made a path. So in life, in my opinion, like your whole, your network is your net worth. So I'm always about linking with people and learning new things, and that leads to something new. That's the thing, how it started with Gabriel. From Gabriel, I met Tony. And then from Tony, it opened my mind, everything, started investing, got affiliated with IM Academy, and started meeting more people. And then that people led to this whole thing. And then that's what made me basically become a business owner.
Yep.
And then from being a business owner, I mean, I basically hit rock bottom with this whole fraudulent stuff, and then I opened Blue Vision. And it's funny how I have Gabriel, I have Tony, the same people, and I have Josh as well, back in my organization. You know, like it's a blessing having them. So it's just weird how the universe works and lines up things together. And not many people believe in that, but let's say you think about a car that you want. What's gonna happen? You keep thinking and thinking and thinking it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it on the road many times. You're like, oh my God, that's a sign. And they say it's just a sign. No, that's because you keep thinking it, you're attracting it. That's how the law of attraction, you know? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Another question that I had is like, so like whenever they said we were going to have you on, I started like looking into like stocks and stuff. I've never been a trader. I've never done any of that stuff. So I tried to open up a Robinhood account or whatever. And I think like it didn't let me make one just because of, because I'm not like a full citizen of the United States. So I don't think I could actually trade. So then I saw on my Cash App there's like a little thing that says like buy stocks or sell stocks. I'm like, what the heck? Like, all right, I'm gonna sign up just to like dip my feet into it, right?
Yeah.
And I put $20 into Tesla, and like, cause you're buying like just like parts of stocks,
a piece
yeah,
of
a piece of it, yeah.
So I put it in there, and I was like, I put $20, and then like a week later I was up like $7. I was like, what the heck? Like that's pretty cool. Like $20. I mean, I know it's not like, but if you keep it relevant, like if
so the way you see it, it's the percent growth. You know, like of $20, you make $7. That's a huge percentage.
That's a
growth,
huge percent.
You know,
yeah.
So that's the way I like to tell my team. Like, hey, don't be afraid by posting your $10 profit whenever you only invested $20.
Yeah.
That's
50%
growth.
So my question was that, so let's say I make those $7. At the end of the day, do I sell that and keep my $7 and then put those $20 back in, or how does that work? Like, or is it always just gonna be like in the account?
It's up to you if you want to leave it and grow it long term. But if you want to withdraw, you're gonna withdraw the whole 27.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, so whenever you buy it again at $20, then you have to like just keep waiting till it grows again, or how?
Well, what I would do is basically keep investing those $20 and leave your $7 in profit. That way you can just grow your account, and that's how you're compounding your account. Yeah.
I guess what I was asking is like, how do people make a living off of it where they constantly like pull money out and put money back in so they can like pay your bills, right? Because if you have the money in your, I'm like for example, for me, if I have it in my Cash App, how am I gonna pay my cell phone bill?
Well, you withdraw it. So
well, that's what I'm asking. I mean, that's what I'm asking. Like, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, you just withdraw it and it turns into cash at the end.
Yeah, man. So, like, I mean, the way that my understanding of like traders make money, of course, just very simple. You buy here, you sell here. The difference is your capital gains, right?
Yeah.
With that money there, you can withdraw it and like, pay your bills, whatever. At the end of the day, your money in the market, I mean, it's not liquid until you like cash it out. So once you cash it out, it's just like any other money. But I guess this goes like to another question. How do y'all go about like capital gains and paying like taxes on that?
So, you know how Trump paid $750 in taxes. So
yeah.
Well, you just reinvest the money. Money that's invested is not taxable until you withdraw. So you just reinvest your money into different things.
Right.
But I think I talked to an accountant. Like I said, not financial advisor or anything, but anything that's less than $10,000. You're okay with not reporting it. I think that's how it is. Don't quote me on it.
Allegedly, just say allegedly.
Yeah, let's just say that. That's what I heard from my accountant, and if I'm wrong, I gotta look for something different.
Yeah, I know a good accountant in Pasadena, bro. If you, his name is Rivera and Tax, right there by.
I think I've heard about him.
Yeah, I worked with him before.
Okay,
he's a good guy, man.
Good, okay.
Yeah, he'll
I actually
set
do
you
need
straight.
one because now as a business owner, I gotta report.
No, yeah, I would say go to him.
Yeah.
Maybe if not, he'll report. He's a very like a hardcore Mexican, but he's a very smart guy, and like so pretty much what I mean by that is like if he thinks you're too small, he'll send you to somebody else. But if not, he'll take you on as a client.
If I'm too small?
Yeah. Because I remember when I was working at ADP, I would send him some clients, and then he'll be like, "No, you're not ready for me yet. Like, work with this guy." I'm just saying he's very advisable.
Okay.
But at the same time, very like I would want to work with somebody like that who is very gonna give you the truth. do the best for you, but do everything the right way.
That's another thing. I don't like people sugarcoating.
No, he doesn't sugarcoat shit.
That's good. Yeah, I don't like people sugarcoating. I feel like that's living in the fake life. You know.
Yeah, man. Living on the surface, man. There's more. There's more to that. But for me, definitely we want to link up with you, man. Just like us, learn from you. Not even like just like you as a person on a one-on-one. If you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm
I think it's
okay.
super dope, man. What you're doing, your vision, literally blue vision, right? But yeah, dude. Yeah. So what's next, dog? What's next for you, bro?
What's next for me?
What are your 2021 plans, if you can share with that? Your goals or plans?
Well, 2020 was supposed for. It's funny because I posted on Facebook in 2019. Man, 2020 is gonna be a movie. Well, I didn't even think it was gonna be a horror movie. But we had plans for me traveling. I want to travel more. Definitely now that I'm able to do it, travel some more. We had a lot of trips planned out, didn't go through because of COVID. I only got to go to Colorado.
Yeah, well, we all went.
Yeah, we all
gotta go
went.
except
Nice.
for me.
Oh, you didn't go? Oh, okay.
We didn't go together. We went, and then he went. And then...
Did y'all go to the hot springs?
No, I didn't go to the hot springs. I did have a hot tub in my
Those
Airbnb.
hot springs, just like you go in and it's like if you're in a pool, like here in a pool, summertime and everything. It's so.
Where was it at in Colorado?
In Colorado Springs, yeah. I think it's
hot springs, Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Idiot and shit.
No,
That's dope, man. What else did you do over there?
We started our trip at Breckenridge, and then we worked ourselves down. But we did the snowmobiles. Yeah, snowmobiles. Yeah. What else did we do? The hot springs and.
So you did that like earlier in the year, like when it was still winter, like January.
We did it. No, we did it. We went in March.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of
still kind of cold.
So we're laughing because we get there and we have these big ass jackets. We're ready for the cold, and then plane arrives and lands and everything, and we get out, and I'm like, what the fuck? Am I in Houston or what?
It was hot.
It was hot. And
when was this?
Yeah.
March.
March.
On March.
And supposedly they said that March was the coldest month of the year or whatever. Well, hell no. Don't get me wrong. I mean, in the morning it's like 50 degrees, but
that's not that cold.
It's not that cold.
It's like bearable. That's it.
It's like here. That's why I was like, hey, are we back in Houston? And then there was only the first day it snowed.
Gotcha.
And then we were trying to catch the snow, and it was only on our way, basically on our rental whenever we drove. It was a beautiful view.
Yeah, that's the beauty about Colorado. Everything's kind of spaced out, but it's like even the views are worth it. It's like the views are their own like attraction or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been posting like a lot of like cool photos on my Instagram, and like all of those photos I got it like
What's
off
your
of
Instagram,
moving.
bro?
Huh?
What's your Instagram?
Marty's photos.
Hey,
but yeah, like
shout out.
I was like basically just driving, and I was just like taking photos like on the side, and then when I got home I just like edited everything, like cropped out everything.
Well, that's pretty
like,
cool.
Nice.
Because like honestly, like a lot of people, like with the group that I went, everybody wanted to do like activities, right? But me, like low key, I just wanted to like stop and like just take photos of things. But I didn't want to be like, hey, let's stop here and take more photos. So I was like,
stop the car.
Yeah. So I was just like, guys, out the window.
All blurry.
Yeah. All blurry as shit.
Nice, man.
But
nice.
it was pretty dope.
Yeah. Would you ever move out there?
To Colorado? Shoot, bro. I mean, that's one thing that I've been wanting to do. Like, I've been raised here in Texas. I wouldn't say born here because I wasn't born here, but I've been raised here since I was like 4 years old, right, in Houston, and that's all I've known. And not till like I want to say like the past 3 years of my life, I started actually like traveling, like going out like to Washington, to Chicago, and all that stuff, right? And then just realizing that not everything is like Houston. Like everything has its own vibe, like different vibes, different people, different like architect as well.
Man, every time I go somewhere new, it's like you see people walking.
Dude, a lot.
And over here in Houston, you don't see anybody walking.
Because of the oil, man. We're an old city. It's promoted to drive more. Actually, the infrastructure in the city is meant to.
So we have it made now.
Yeah, like and I, that's what I feel like too. Like like living here in Houston, you obviously everybody has like a real good paying job. You see all the plants, all the like. There's always so much opportunity here in Houston.
Yeah, there is, man.
That you would be like. That kind of makes you even think like, why would you want to move out of here? Like for what? Like you have the money here, and you have everything here. But then also like just seeing like different cultures. I mean the thing that I've really liked about other places is the different seasons. Like I've been able to see different seasons. I know here in Houston it's like
We really
hot.
just have two.
Yeah,
Two-ish,
it's hot
yeah.
and summer and fall.
Yeah.
But
We get like 2 days of actual cold.
yeah. So
At
like
most.
whenever I've been to, because my girlfriend lives in Kansas City, so I've gone to visit her sometimes like in October, September, and it's already getting cold, and it's like the leaves are falling and like the trees are actually changing color, and I'm like, damn, we're still the swimming pool's still open in Houston, bro.
Yeah. We're still afloat in the river.
Yeah.
We'd be spending
In
Christmas
San
in
Marcos.
Galveston shit.
Yeah. The beach.
Damn,
The
that
way
ugly-ass
people
beach.
picture New York, I see Houston, bro. I've heard so many stories of people moving to Houston, where just immigrants coming to Houston and becoming like having this big ass companies from nothing, bro. I'm talking about,
Well, you know, Houston overtook New York a couple years ago as the most diverse city in the U.S.
yeah.
No, yeah, man. I mean, it's awesome being here from Houston because, just like Martin said, you don't have to have a college degree to make good money. I mean, there's people making good ass money at the plants, and then the smart ones make money with that money. You know, and now you have, you can have some more freedom.
And even without the plants, bro, even the commercial side, even industrial, commercial, and residential. If you build your own company, there's like you said, you just find your passion. There's gonna be money. Money's gonna follow. I've heard of people from roofing to landscape. They just start off small, and they become big. You know, multi-millionaire companies that started off with the guy as a helper doing roofing, doing cutting yards. And I mean, that's Houston for you.
No, for
With
sure.
with your knowledge of like trading stocks and just being in the markets, would you ever consider moving like out of Houston? Because I feel like that's a more like it's more liberating, like to have a job where like the market can access it from anywhere.
If anything, I would probably move somewhere that the markets are open a little later so I can sleep more. I value my sleep.
So you think maybe to the west?
Yeah, probably. But I love Houston. I don't see that vision of me moving just because of that, honestly. That's just me wanting to sleep a little bit more. But no, definitely not.
Never?
Never. And if I do, I have a fiance now, so,
you have to go through the...
I have to go through that,
Yes,
we should move. Yeah, the approval. So definitely.
Yeah. I heard you wanted to buy some land maybe in Colorado, but would you move?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, actually, Colorado, I've seen some land being for sale $7,000. That's not bad.
No. There's some still, you can get some still good deals out there.
Yeah.
I would for sure move out of Houston. That's like, especially with what I do in my career, I'm not tied at all to like any oil or anything really. I mean, I work in software, so it's everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
and
dude,
really
I agree
with my
with you.
role.
I think I would move, like just simply because, like I said, I've been here my whole life, and I know that there's like different places in the United States where you don't have to drive everywhere. There's actual places where you can actually walk to places, ride your bike and stuff, be out more.
If I were to move, would be Austin. I love Austin. I love Austin.
Stay in Texas.
And especially me, since I'm like I've always liked nature a lot. So I mean, I've always wanted to see like go out and do hikes or do some trail mountain biking or something. And I feel like here in Houston, there's just
nothing
you have
for
more
that.
people. People are more active over there.
They
start their mornings way earlier than what we do here in Houston. With some people, but
nah, man, you gotta go out there to like Memorial Park. You see people at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
For sure.
Yeah, you gotta just wake up a little earlier.
It was funny whenever
You didn't see it because you were asleep.
Yeah, you're asleep, dog.
Like I said, like I've been going to Kansas City a lot, and Kansas City is like really like kind of like Austin, like a lot of like up hills and stuff. And whenever I went to Colorado, I was like, dang, like I've never been to Colorado or like seen the mountains like that.
It's just like breathtaking, dude.
Dude, it's breathtaking. And then whenever we drove back to Kansas City, I was like, damn, this place actually feels kind of flat now compared to, because we stayed up like in a tall mountain, like a really tall, like it's called Granby. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but like the way you get there is like through this like little kind of just like swirling snake of a road all the way up. And then you start passing up clouds, and then it starts getting dark, and then it starts snowing, and then you're like, "Oh crap, what the heck?" And then you go over the mountain and start coming down, and you're like, "Oh crap, now we're going downhill." And dude, like so weird. None of those mountains have like railings, so in case you like slip and slide.
Some of them were kind of scary.
I was like, "What the heck?"
I had to
like,
go slow.
I'm being serious, bro.
Man.
And then Yeah, and then there's like a whole like little city there, and I'm like, what? Who decided to build this crap here, bro? Like,
I mean, Colorado was an old like. There's have a lot of old mining towns.
Dude, yeah, I saw a lot of those. Yeah. Like, there's like a lot of tourism and like museums for old mining caves and stuff. So I was like,
yeah,
dang,
like the Golden Nuggets. It was because of the Golden Nuggets.
I actually was. I watched an old film from Nikola Tesla. It was a 1984 film, and black and white, of course. And Nikola Tesla wanted to move to Colorado because there's I forgot what it was, but he was, of course, on electricity. Something with Colorado had to do with that. And he had his own stuff over there, but they broke it down. I guess Thomas Edison was trying to bring him down. But it's a cool story from Nikola Tesla, and it's amazing because almost nobody knows about him.
No, yeah, and it's funny. The very first podcast we talked about him, right?
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah. Yep, Nikola Tesla.
Yeah,
we're like, we can have somebody to interview. I think we all said like him or something like that.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah,
and his numbers are 369.
Yeah,
because they're all aligned with the universe and everything. It's pretty amazing. So
that guy was crazy. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. Like I think he always asked for like 18 napkins or something, or 12 or 18.
Oh, I think everything he did was like divisible by 3.
Divisible by 3, yeah. So it was 18. Or 12, yeah.
Or he would go, I think, around a house 3 times before going inside.
He would go around the block 3 times.
Yeah.
Things like crazy.
Before going into the house.
Yeah, and I've looked into the video Power 369 and everything literally, like even how our galaxies formed, how things are just like made up.
Even the galaxy has the form of a 6. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually kind of like, I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast yesterday, and he had an astronaut on. I'm still not done with the podcast because they're like 3 hours long. Yeah. But he was saying that the astronaut, I think something had happened. They had some time off, right? So he started like just looking around or whatever, like in the space station, just trying to chill because they were trying to get connection back. I don't know what was happening, but he they have a telescope or something, and he started looking, and he was saying like the Milky Way, how it was like a spiral, right?
A spiral, yeah.
Yeah. And then he there was a hurricane happening, and I keep hitting your mic. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
There was a hurricane happening, and they were like losing connection or something, and he like turns down and he sees the hurricane, right, and it's like a spiral as well. And then he like turns to his friends like on the phone, and he says like he has like a spiral on his head. He's like, why is with all like the same like
same shapes,
same
even the
shape
geometry behind it, the actual like math, like it's always aligned, like the proportions are always the same.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, why is everything like kind of the same shapes? And I don't know, like they went into like a little bit of like, I wonder if that means anything. Like the connections in the brain, like they look like the universe. Like,
yeah, I feel like everything's all connected.
Big facts.
And then they started talking about sorry. And
no,
then,
go ahead.
No, you're good.
Okay, and then they started talking about how if there's aliens, right, or whatever. Like they went to an alien talk, and they were saying like he feels, the astronaut, he was telling Joe Rogan, like he feels that we were not just like created like by mistake, like or by like what do you call it, like by randomness, chance, like by chance, because he's saying like, let's just pretend like a water bottle, right? How long would it take for chance for it to become a water bottle, or a book? Like let's say whatever book you want, what is the probability? Because all the materials are here on Earth to make that book. How's that book gonna become a book with pages and a hardcover and like letters?
I actually have that question, but with myself, because between my brother and I, we're 16 years apart, and I believe we all had a past life.
Mm-hmm. So I would believe that as well.
I asked my mom, and she looked at me weird. I was like, "Hey, Mom, I wonder what I did. Why did it take me 16 years to arrive to this world? What was I doing?"
Oh, so your brother's older than you?
Yeah, my brother's way older. Yeah.
Okay.
My sister, she's I think 47, 48, and my brother's 45. Wow. I'm the youngest one.
Damn. So one day your parents were living life, and then you were just like,
that's what I'm saying. Well, my mom said she kept praying and praying for me, and I'm like, I don't know if you're just trying to sugarcoat it, Mom.
I'm sure that's true.
But yeah, I asked her, and she's like, because God. And I'm like, I understand God, but what did I do in those 16 years to arrive? You know, like, what did I do in my back? And then
you lost her completely. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
she got the egg and started.
right. Well, that night I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about that, and I was just like, man, why did I pop that question? Like, that's just me thinking out of nowhere. But it's
Don't get your ears started, girl.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, bro, don't get it started, dog.
Started
the young generation.
You're gonna be better than us.
No, I'm kidding.
You're gonna be better than us, bro.
No, yeah. And I do believe that, bro. We all have a past life, man. Like, I always tell my wife. My wife, she knows I'm the weird. Like, I'm so weird about because I just really.
Well, that's actually good because
I love being weird, bro.
Yeah. That's what separates all of us from the same crowd. You know. So you have, I feel like we're all in that circle, going party and all that. But once you step out, they look at you weird. You know. And that's fine. I love when people tell me you're a weird guy or you have a different
You should take pride in that, brother.
Yeah, I take pride on that definitely. And I'm like, well, it's just my third eye is awake. It's woke.
No, yeah, and I believe in that shit too, man. Like I feel like if one thing, maybe because 2021, I spent 2020, I spent so much time with myself. Like I work from home. That's what I do. So I have my office there. So like, I spend so many quality hours with myself. With my thoughts and things like that. And I feel like 2020 was the year where I just went through a huge enlightenment period, man. Even like I've always searched for enlightenment, you know, but like even this year, I feel like I even transcended somewhere else where like, and we'll talk this off the air about something else, but it's like where like I've accepted this is who I am. This is how I'm meant to be. Yeah. And now I'm just wondering who I used to be in my past life. Does that make sense? Nice. Because it's like I'm not normal. You know what I'm saying? Like my thoughts, my patterns. How like sometimes I be like washing clothes and I be thinking about like, you know, some certain crazy thoughts, and then I step out and I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you know, like I give my consciousness props that somehow I'm gifted with like having these thoughts, you know, like that I just continually to explore. That's
your subconscious mind, you know, having thoughts with the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, it's if we take control of our subconscious mind, we'll be so powerful individuals, in my opinion. Powerful individuals. And I was reading this book. I think I recommended it to you. It's The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And it got me thinking, saying, I'm not trying to get in religion or anything. I mean, I respect every religion. Yeah. But they were saying that, well,
better not talk crap about Catholics or Christians.
No. It's just something. These are my thoughts. I started thinking. I always have conversations with my mom. I'm very open with my mom. I tell my mom everything. So I was like, "Hey, mom," like, "What?" She's on her iPad, and I'm like, I feel like God would just basically, or Jesus, he had a power of the subconscious mind, de la mente subconsciente, basically, and he basically felt like he had that power, and when people would go up to him and see him, they would heal each other. But at the end of the story would be basically he would empower those individuals to open their subconscious mind and actually feel better about themselves. And literally the next page it talked about that, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, you never know, man. I mean, like, I'm not trying to say that that's what Jesus was, but Jesus could have just been a shaman.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's what shamans do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they allow you you know, to open up your subconscious mind. And I think that's just so important, man, to like, one, know there is a subconscious mind, like the thoughts that you don't create, the thoughts that originate on themselves. Yeah. And it's important to try to connect with that. I feel like that's very difficult. It takes a lot of time, patience, but yeah.
Sure. Another thing that I'm huge on numbers, and me everybody too. Tells me that I'm weird because I'm always catching 111. So that's my favorite number. Yeah, 111. Literally, yeah. That's literally, I caught it. I'm like,
the number I always catch is 555, and I caught it earlier too.
555. Mm-hmm. So I think I've been catching it more where it's like 222 333 444 555, and it's just randomly me looking at my phone like, oh, what time is it? Mm-hmm. Whoa, shit, like 444 555. I'm like, damn, I feel like I have the whole universe on me right now. So it's pretty cool. No,
yeah, man, don't shy away from that, bro. It's just that you're you know, and like people probably listening to these guys are fucking crazy, but it's all good because there is more than just living in the surface. You know what I'm saying? Like numbers and things like that, and how it all connects. Is like this universe all connected. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That brings me to, I don't know who mentioned it to me, but they were like, what do you think about you? I don't know if it was Yair, maybe. I don't know if it was. Probably. But he was like, what do you think about you as your, what does he say? As your, what do you think of your consciousness or something like that? And I was like, what do you mean?
When we're talking about Jim Carrey saying he's not himself.
Yeah.
How's Jim Carrey? They asked me in an interview. I was telling Martin, this guy's like woke, but to a point where he doesn't sound rational anymore to normal people.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow!
You know what? Am I explaining myself? They asked him, "How's Jim Carrey feeling?" He's like, "I'm not Jim Carrey." And they said, "What do you mean?" they're like, Jim Carrey is just a name that my parents gave me, but yeah, myself, I'm just a form of energy, and I'm really not here. So he's gotten to a point where he doesn't sound rational anymore.
But you kind of get it though, because I mean, your body is just
like
your
you're
body,
not,
right?
No, it's just a made up name.
Yeah.
Yeah. My consciousness, man, it travels through life, bro. Like that's what, like maybe, like, you know, have you ever? Well, I remember I heard this. I don't know if in a podcast or just in a video, but it's just like, for example, like a squirrel, right? Like a baby squirrel has never seen let's say for example, a hawk before in his life. But when the squirrel sees a hawk, it knows to like run away.
Yeah. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah,
so it's like that right there. Like even though it never had the knowledge, it has that conscience in behind him to know, like because of maybe their past life or whatever, that's something to be afraid of.
So to touch on that, we're humans, of course. So everybody gets a gut feeling.
Well, that's connected to your limbic brain.
Yeah, so I just feel like if you get a gut feeling, it's like the person from the future is reminding about that problem that you're having, and you should step away from it, but you're still doing it because you want to do it. So I just feel like that gut feeling, it's a message from yourself from the future. So if I'm thinking about maybe in my past life or whatever, I have a gut feeling, that means the person that I am now, I'm remembering about that. You know, and the person in the past. I don't know. That's freaking weird on how I'm thinking about that. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No,
yeah,
you're making sense. I get it.
But that's also like going back to the squirrel and the hawk thing. Another, like, to grab from Joe Rogan, he was talking about how maybe like it's maybe something from so old, because also humans, like, they're afraid of like the darkness, right?
Yes.
And they're afraid of like monsters or ghosts or whatever, like things that like in the dark, right?
Yeah.
And he would say that like cavemen and people, we were always taught to run away from like animals and like, well, back then, I mean, obviously back then you were trying to survive.
Animals.
Big
We weren't the
facts.
hunters.
Yeah.
We were hunted at times.
And they were talking about how this girl, she was on an expedition to the jungles in the Amazon, and they told her that like that not to worry about that many animals. The only thing to worry about was jaguars, because they're out there and they're like, they hunt humans, like they will eat a human no matter what. They're not the ones that are like they're more afraid of you than they are of them, kind of thing. Like those motherfuckers will get you, right?
Yeah.
And she said that they went with a tribe and they set up like a whole little camp, and they were gonna go to sleep, and they slept on like hammocks.
Yeah.
So she was sleeping, and then she said that at night she felt like something like close to her breathing, and then she remembers is like not opening her eyes because she was so afraid, and then like it went like like, you know, and she could smell like a smell that was so bad, like she like, dude, this is a freaking jaguar next to me. And then she says she tried to wake up and scream and say like couldn't. Help, like something, right? But nothing came out of her mouth because she was so in shock and so much fear, like she couldn't even move, like she was paralyzed, right? And then like she said, I'm gonna die, I guess this is how I die. Then she said she passed out and fell asleep, right?
Yeah.
And the next day she woke up and she was still alive and everything was like looked fine. And then she told him like, hey, like I think last night there was a jaguar next to me and I thought I was gonna die. I tried to scream, I couldn't help it, and I think it was a dream, or I don't know if it was real. And then one of the village people was like, oh, it might have been him, and it was the dog. They had a dog there, like she didn't know about the dog. Dude. So it was probably the dog. Like,
well, he was saying that story, I was like, dude, that happens to me, but it's Baxter.
It's Baxter.
It was a dog.
Like, he's nearly the size of a jaguar, dude.
Like, I wake up and it's like Baxter.
Bro, I've seen a picture whenever you got him. He was so small, and then whenever I walked in, I was like, "Oh, damn, that's Baxter." That's
another thing to that as well. I think I just saw this like on Instagram as like one of those posts, and it's like, have you noticed like in scary movies, things always kind of like are portrayed to be the same way, kind of always like really big eyes, sharp teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like weird looking creatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're always kind of like strike fear, or like maybe that.
Like,
and it said like, I wonder what used to like hunt or like prey on humans that used to look like that. That mostly all those humans are like wired to be afraid of something that looks like that. Does that make sense?
Oh, that does make sense.
Yeah. Like whatever that was at one point, it's clearly like wired in us to be afraid of something that looks like that.
Same thing with aliens. Why do we picture aliens the way that, like, they come out in movies?
I don't know. That is a weird one.
I believe in aliens. I just don't see
Do
them
you believe in aliens, bro?
being that way.
I believe in aliens, and back to the Nikola Tesla. He actually had sent some signals to the universe, and he got it back. But I guess he passed away, and he didn't get to find out. But
Maybe they killed him.
maybe they killed him. Oh
Maybe
yeah,
they took him.
or maybe they took him.
Yeah.
I mean,
did you hear what happened? What Joe Rogan shared? It was about the head of Israel. It said that the U.S. and Israel have been in contact with space alliance or some bullshit like that. I don't know if it's real or not.
But now that way I'm thinking now, I feel like maybe aliens are just perceived as humans now. Maybe they're just, we don't know that.
I mean, whatever the hell we are.
Whatever the hell we are, maybe we're aliens. I don't know.
Dude, like low key, like I would love to study like those hieroglyphics and all that stuff. Like get into that research. I don't just to see what like old humans were doing. Like it's so crazy, bro. Like
That's crazy.
I'm also very intrigued with like how many times has us as human, because the Earth has been around for so long.
Dude, yeah.
How many times have we gone through this? Because I've also like
or is
read
this the
about
first time? Like I don't know.
I was asking
like,
myself why Earth and not another planet.
Well, I mean, I guess in that one it just makes our like biological is made up, is meant to survive like in this this far away from the sun.
I mean I don't know whenever life was created. Well, you created whenever you're born, but I just feel like why not Mars? Like if they can basically, I don't know, I'm talking like long time ago. Let's say we're trying to find where life is, and supposedly if God made this world, why did he choose Earth?
I feel like whatever made us,
yeah, whatever
is just like, this is the best.
It's
place
just
to
weird.
Make something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
There's a podcast that if you guys want to check it out, it's called The End of the World, and it's like it's called The End of the World with Josh Clark. So that's a podcast. It's not a podcast that drop episodes and all that. It was just a short little 8-episode series that this guy made. It's a scientist, and he talks a lot about like the end of the world, right? And it's really cool, like because he explains like a lot of things that like we didn't know could happen, but they can happen. He talks about like asteroids hitting. He talks about aliens coming. He talks about like a lot of cool stuff. Like it's really,
even a solar flare can kill us.
Yeah, it's really well produced. It has like sounds, and you feel like kind of like you're in a movie. It's really good. It's a really great podcast. Yeah. It's a 10 out of 10 for me, and I've listened to it twice because it's just so good. But he starts talking about this. What we were just talking about like how old is the Earth? Like how many times has this happened or whatever? And he talks about this thing called the Great Filter, and he was saying that there might be something, because he says like we're like whenever the guys that created the atomic bomb, they said they were like having a lunch break, and they were like talking to each other, and they're like, hey, where are all the aliens at, like for real? And they were like, what do you mean? He's like, well, the galaxy has been here for millions and billions of years. Don't you think we had seen something by now, like something on like flying across this across the galaxy, or some kind of big starship, something, anything, right? Where are they at? Like, and then they said that there might be this thing called the Great Filter, where who knows if we're heading towards there now or we're getting close to it, where every race faces this challenge that eliminates you, or if we can figure it out, what keeps us going. So that Great Filter might be,
who knows, like humanity gets to a point of singularity and then restarts again.
Well, not just that, but maybe like the Great Filter could be that we as humans cannot become one race, that we are gonna kill each other, like who knows, like it might be to that point where humans just can't seem to work together to see the greater vision of becoming a multi-planetary species.
Well, when I think it was crazy is that like we're living in a time where that's kind of happening.
Yeah,
like right now we're like being made right now in the womb or whatever that is. But I mean now it's like, think about it, we're really having educated scientific discussions about going to another planet and terraforming it.
Yeah,
and having people there.
How long have we been around? Like we say like, yeah, we're moving forward. Yeah, but
that's exactly my point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Think about how long we've been around, and right now we're so blessed to live in this time. Especially us, we're 25 years old, which we're like connected to the old and the new, and we're like, oh shit, like this is like we're living in a time where like this is gonna one day be normal. You know what I'm saying? Like even for our kids and grandkids, And yeah, you're right. We've been around for a long period of time.
No. I was saying completely the opposite. I'm saying we've been here for such a short time. Like compared to dinosaurs, we've been here. Well. Huh?
I mean, at the same time, yeah, relatively to like when the Earth.
Yeah,
was
I'm
made,
talking
yeah.
relatively to the universe, to Earth
Yeah.
and everything. We've been here just like a pinch of time. We haven't been here.
A grain of sand.
Yeah, and I'm saying like, as we keep moving forward, who knows if we're gonna even be around? You know, like if we bomb each other. I don't know. It's such a good podcast. I think everybody should listen to it.
Yeah, there's a theory about that all intelligent life eventually self-destroys.
Yeah, self-destroys.
Yeah, it gets to a point of singularity, right? I mean, and it's crazy how I was thinking about this yesterday when I was working out. Is like I mean, think about like, you know, all the things we've learned and developed in the last 200 years, and really like, you know, when Isaac Newton discovered gravity, what, in like the 1600s or something like that. So of course it was always there, but we didn't really know about it, if we couldn't study it or like, you know, play with it. And I wonder what right now is on our everyday life or consciousness that we don't know about, but it's there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, coming back to
and
Nikola
like for us to
Tesla,
really study and grow on it.
going back to Nikola Tesla, wasn't he talking about getting electricity from the air?
Yeah, that it's around, it's everywhere.
And I feel like it's already discovered. They're just keeping it away from us because they're trying to make money from us. No.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
What do y'all think about religion, Jesus as we know it, eventually fading away in the future? Like nobody's gonna talk about it. Oh, wait, they're gonna thank Jesus? Oh, that's like the way we see it. Oh, the God of the Sun.
Yeah. I remember in college, I still remember this. He was my friend back then. I mean, I don't know what he's doing now. But his name is Ricky Vargas. One time I told him, I said, one day, what if they talk about us as like these people used to believe in this thing called God?
Oh,
And
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how like before, like we look
Odin.
at the Egyptians or like
because
the
the way we look at
Greeks
them, they're
or-
like, oh, they're like
Yeah.
kind of stupid, bro.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm Catholic because of my parents, but I don't go to church. I feel like I have my own personal connection with God. So whenever I wake up, I do my affirmations and I start praying. And I pray on the road too. I feel like that cleans my mind
Yep.
from other things. And then I start jamming out, get my energy going, everything. Bad Bunny, yeah. But I feel like religion was created by the devil. I mean, if you believe in God, then you got to believe in the devil.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like religion was created by the devil. I read this book. It's Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Now, this book was actually written in 1938, but it didn't get published till 2010, 2011, because it literally can destroy like families, religions, everything like that. And he goes in saying that basically it's an interview with the devil. And it's himself talking, basically. So he basically says that the devil created the religions because I want them to fight with one another. That way, it makes me stronger. And the fact that at church, they talk to you about me like being feared of the devil, that makes me more powerful. Like, I want people to basically have fear. And it's basically what's going on in here in life, you know, like shootings and everything. I feel like that's basically getting controlled by somebody, you know. So it's just weird. That book, I highly recommend it. It usually
What's it called again?
Outwitting the Devil by
Outwitting
Napoleon
the
Hill.
Devil.
Napoleon Hill, actually, yeah, he's very.
He's
thinking
written some other
outside the
books.
box.
I've heard his name.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah,
Dude, I went to this
That
church in Deer
book.
Park, and that shit was crazy, bro. It was like a normal. One of my old high school friends invited me to this church.
Oh,
I want to hear
But-
this story.
Dude, it was so I walk in and I liked it because they didn't read you the Bible. They actually study the Bible.
Okay.
So they got a whiteboard in front of you. They're studying the Bible. And their theory was that the Catholic Church is actually the devil's church.
Sheesh.
And I said, what do you mean? Well, what's your reasoning behind it? If somebody kills your dad with a gun, are you going to pray to that gun? Are you going to wear that gun across your chest?
Mm-hmm.
I said, no. So why do you pray to the cross? Okay. Or like, just think about the Vatican and all. Does the Pope really have to sit in a chair that's made out of gold? And I mean, just practice what you preach, bro.
Yeah. And Catholic as well, like, you go to church and whenever they doing their prayers and everything, they're done. What do they go to? Donations.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
and they also mentioned that the devil's gonna come to you as something that you want. He's not gonna present himself as, hey, I'm the devil, follow me. Nobody's gonna do that.
No, yeah.
So nobody would actually like, hey, I want to pray to the devil.
That's crazy.
But they're saying, so the devil's gonna come to you in a form that you think you're doing the right thing, but you're actually praying to the devil or actually following the devil.
Huh.
So I mean, never went back because I don't know how to follow religion.
Yeah, that's right.
I never went back to make too much goddamn sense, but
yeah. I'm better shit.
That's why me and religion. I'm not really into religion. I just pray to my own God, and I feel like He listens because I feel the energy. You know, like I'm praying,
and that's what I'm going through as well. Like so much. Even like 2 days ago, some guy in jiu-jitsu, he was like, "Oh, you're religious?" Because I was wearing my cross.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, but I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm connected to like the higher power.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I pray, well, you know what I'm saying? And there is like, I believe there's a God, not like as a singularity thing, but something that is around us at all times. And I do believe in that. But at the same time, I agree with you about religion, and that religion was created to divide people and keep people in control, man. I mean, there's literally like the history of like the Catholic Church for like 200 years in the 1400s or so to like killing and burning people and like doing so many wrong things.
That's the thing about for me, like, because I was born and raised Christian since I was little, going to youth camps, going to this and going to that, all Christianity stuff. And I guess I've always been like, I've been all for it, you know, since I was little. But recently, like within the last 5 years, reading books, listening to podcasts, listening to what religion has done, and like all this stuff. Now I feel like you know when they say you got woke, right, or whatever. Yeah. I feel like you can start seeing what people want to do with your religion or whatever you believe in, and how it could be made to make money or try to control people and all that stuff. And then you start seeing it, and then you're kind of like, oh man, like, why can we be more like with the Bible? Like, why can we be more like studying it, like actually like studying the Bible? Because I go to church and sometimes I start hearing the pastor start cracking jokes about this happened and this and that. And it's cool because, I mean, that's how you get the people to come. That's how you get
correct. Yeah.
That's how you keep the business going, bro.
Yeah. And so, like, whenever they start, like, they do read the passages, maybe.
But at the same time, even the passages are already, like, filtered.
Some of the passages are, that's what
some not. But at the same time, we know that it has been, right?
So whenever we got hit with COVID back in June, I heard my mom saying, "Por qué Dios?" Like, why God? And I got up and I was like, "What do you mean? Why are you questioning Him?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, it's because we've been like since 2015. My dad had basically lost his job because he went to the hospital. He had a ball of abscess or something, bola de grasa, I guess. And then at the time I was at T-Mobile and I lost my position. So because of that, and that's whenever I started noticing, I'm like, man, the business doesn't care about me. They only care about money, which is they start seeing you like a dollar sign, which is perfect, completely fine. I get it. Business has to continue. And then he gets better, loses his job because he missed plenty of times. And then my mom gets diagnosed with skin cancer. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And at that time, I was in that party stage. You know, everybody goes through, you know, go party and like have a good time with friends and everything. And I was like, I'm going to go back to school. So I started going back to school. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a trip to Vegas. Oh, my best friend, Ricardo, I went with him. And I came back and straight to the hospital at my grandma. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you know what? I'm going to stop everything. And so 2016 to now, it's just been a self-transformation for me. And then in 2019, my dad got a heart attack. He had a heart attack and he almost did not make it by literally 1 minute. He didn't make it by 1 minute.
But he did.
He's good and everything. And then in April, this guy goes blind.
Your dad?
Yeah, my dad goes blind, and I'm laughing because now I'm comfortable talking about it. So I'm like, Dad, like, what the heck? Like, you just had a heart attack, and then
you're blind now.
Now you're blind now. Like I guess it was whenever the Sahara Desert, like the wind,
the
stuff
dust
like that, the dust. So he caught a bacteria in his eye. It looks nice. I can show you the picture. His eye looked nasty. He almost lost it. So he ended up getting a corneal transplant, and it was just. ever since then, I couldn't even focus like at work or anything like that. It's just I care more about my family. My parents are my everything, you know. So I'm huge. I'm very family oriented. I'm huge on my family, and I thank my brothers because through them, through their mistakes, makes me realize, all right, they did that, they messed up. Let me not do it. So I thank them for that. And then with my family too, like I'm huge on them. Anything happens, I leave everything just so I can go, you know, help them. So yeah, he was blind. He didn't drive for like 8 months, I think. Yeah, and then he finally got a corneal transplant in November of 2019. And I asked if I can be off because I was still working. This was like in September, and they told me no because it's a holidays, Black Friday and everything. I'm like, completely understandable. Here's your job. 7 years, and they're like, oh my god, I had to interview to basically quit. And then he got the corneal transplant, and yeah, now he's able to drive. And then in May, he almost got another heart attack. So my mom, it's like all that energy, I guess, overthinking it. She was just saying, "Why God?" And I'm like, "Don't ever say, don't question God. It's life, you know. It's life. It's basically God will put obstacles our way to see if we're capable of overcoming it and basically become a better person and a stronger person than we are. And that's how a lot of people like pray. They pray to get things, but they never pray to basically thank the Lord, thank the God for what you have, you know. And I'm huge on that. The way I pray, it's not asking him for things. It's thank you for giving me what I have now and the person I have become. And with you by my side, I'm capable of doing anything and achieving everything that I want. And energy starts flowing. Like I'm getting chills right now. Like I get chills and everything. So I definitely feel that.
No, and for sure. I thank God for and it's ironic because we like talk about religion and then we say thank God because I still believe in God. But at the same time, it's like I question all the religion and everything, how it's a social construct. But yeah, dude, I thank God for like my adversity. Like I think when I have a bad day, I say thank you, God, for letting me have this bad day because I'm gonna be stronger tomorrow.
Yeah,
like, you definitely. Know, and even like you going through that stint, dude. I mean, I'm sorry it happened, but like it has to happen for you to grow.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to value our adversity and our lows because it's like diamonds are built through pressure, man. Like that is, if you want to be great, and people who have seen be great and true great, not just like successful, but great, is like it's usually through some adversity and accepting the fact that you have to go through adversity to be great.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like the next thing that I've come to like an enlightenment in the last year and or year 2 years is that because so for me, like I had a really rough upbringing, and like now my life is like it's so like it's like so on the other side of the spectrum where I live so comfortably now and I don't worry about really nothing except like, you know, my job, right, which we all do.
Correct.
But so now I'm at the point where like I have to find things to put me in pressure to keep on growing.
Yeah. So sense? You always every day's a challenge. I know people saying that with these financial markets they don't because it's too risky. Well, from the moment that you wake up and you step out that door, it's a risk.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a risk.
It's definitely a risk. But yeah,
for sure, man. But we have to stop here soon because Martin has an out. But yeah, dude, any last message, dog, you want to give out or anything you want to convey?
So it's 2020. So we literally have learned so much and we're going through a huge change. And I just want to tell everybody that if you haven't started anything or you haven't found anything, start now. Like if you're waiting for the perfect moment, there's no perfect moment. If you think this is a perfect moment, go for it. But you, in reality, create the perfect moment. So whatever you want to do, whatever you're passionate about, go for it. Forget the obstacles. You can overcome.
For sure.
Awesome. You, Martin, bro?
100% agree with Osvaldo, what he just said. I feel like that's the perfect message, bro, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Not much, man. Just blessings.
Yeah, blessings, man. Yeah, what you say, bro, is amazing, man. It was great to know you. This is the first time I met you, so it was awesome, bro. And yeah, like it's just you can't see the dots moving forward. You can only see them, you know, once they happen, right? You can't connect the dots. But you said like you did all these things. You got involved with Tony, and like no, it's all back together.
It's all back together in one thing, and it's just focusing one thing. And my girlfriend always told me it's because my fiance. There you go. I still have problems with that. She tells me, she's like, it's because your problem is you're focusing on way too many things. And I'm open-minded, so I took it as a sign. I'm like, maybe I am focused on too many things. You know, I need to, take a step back. So I tried doing real estate. I tried doing credit. I tried doing Forex. It's all over the place, Yep. So I'm focusing on one thing, which is now Forex and the stock market. And now that that's going well, move on to the next thing, So now we incorporated credit and then slowly incorporated real estate. Because real estate, that's the biggest one that I want to definitely accomplish. And the very one that's knowledgeable about that, it's definitely Tony. Nice. So we have a powerful team. So if you're wanting to join our community or ask more,
shout out your Instagram, all your,
just go to my website, bluevisiontrades.com. It's really amazing. $64.99 each for Forex or stocks, or $99.99 for both chats. And we are running a special going on, so letting you know, that way you can wait. Don't know when I'm dropping it, probably tonight or tomorrow. It'll be $64.99 for both chats.
Nice. Awesome. And use the code OffTheBench. Now I'm just
there you go.
Man, but that's awesome, dude. It was a pleasure, brother. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you so much for listening, like always. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.